Today, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best versus the worst chicken coop design ideas. Today, I'm going to be showing you my chicken coops and some chicken coops I've seen before. So that way, if you're buying a chicken coop right now, you know which one you should go for. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Don't forget to go down below and click that like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 10K by the end of the year. I think we could do it, but let's get into it. The first design idea that we got today is just a simple mobile chicken coop, like this one right here. This is a simple one. I'm going to show you my farm flock one as well in the next bit here. But here's the thing. This simple mobile chicken coop is really, really useful. See, these doors were made by us. That's pretty cool, right? But the bottom part of this chicken coop doesn't actually exist. The chickens can hide under here from hawks. But what's great over here is this right here. This was an old trailer from, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 60s or 70s. I was just lying around on the property in the middle of the woods. We tow it out of the woods over here. We fix it up a little bit, and then we just throw a chicken coop on top of it. Literally all we had to do was just get rid of some of the bumps underneath and make sure it has a perfect frame, and we just attach some subfloor to it and we begin building up. That's pretty much it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to try to do this. Also, get some better tires if you're going to be doing this, by the way, because if you're pulling a trailer out of the woods that's been there for God knows how long, it's probably not going to be that good in terms of its tires. So make sure you get some good tires on there. You might also want to fix some of this back stuff back here too. This thing does not have a jack right now. So you can see that it's held up by cinder blocks and 2 blocks. That's it. That is one of the main issues with this chicken coop right here. Now here's the cool part. This chicken coop right here, you can find it in stores similarly, except with a more modern frame to it. Now the reason is because we actually did a little bit of modifications to make this frame a bit stronger. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I know we did modifications to make this frame indeed a bit stronger. Now right here, we have my reflection. What's good, guys? And then we have this window. Now the reason that we have an open window with a screen right here is for one simple chicken predator that starts with an R. See if you can guess it. I'll give you 3 seconds. It's a raccoon. That wasn't 3 seconds, that was like a second and a half, but we don't waste time over here, guys. This right here is the exact reason that's gonna help keep the raccoons out of here. You see, I can't claw through here. The raccoons probably can't claw through here either. This is chicken wire, but this right here is gonna help them from getting a head start up here. Same thing goes for over here too. Right here, automatic chicken coop door. Now the reason why this is really important is because of just how simple this design is here. The automatic coop door, just nail it right into there, screw it into there, and you have this cool little ramp right here for the chickens. Or if you're not really feeling the automatic coop door today and you actually want to let them out a bit later, you know, this chicken coop is portable with an ATV even. We have an ATV that's powered by a 1-cylinder that makes 65 horsepower. That it can move this. It can tow this chicken coop, which is around, I'd say, a little bit under 1,000 pounds, with all the chickens in it as well. Chickens don't weigh a lot, so that's something to remember. So yeah, inside of the chicken coop, pretty basic. It does indeed have electricity. You can see up here this motion censored light that does indeed indicate this is electric. So how is this electric though? It's back here. I'll be making a video next week about this, so turn on those notifications if you're interested in this. Right here. This is your answer. Hope that helps. Now let's show you the more advanced mobile chicken coop. For this chicken coop, I'm going to be rating it an 8.2 out of 10 based on all the things I showed you today. Let's move on to the more advanced chicken coop. Or should I say slightly less advanced chicken coop? If I said this is a more advanced chicken coop, I'd kind of be lying to you. Right back here, and it's getting really overgrown. Now I don't know what we're doing with this. This is our previous duck coop. Do you guys remember when we used to have this in here? Yeah, still has the original shavings. Thankfully they haven't started molding yet, and even though this has been sitting here for over a year, actually well over a year. We moved it down here in February 2023 because our rowan duck, the Quacken, died, and before that our other duck named Captain Blackwing died. What the duck lived with the pet flock. I don't know why I see a summer feather back there that's still somehow intact, but I found 4-year-old chicken feathers when I was cleaning out my drawer the other day, so I guess they can stay intact for a pretty decently long amount of time. This chicken coop is portable, but we're gonna pretend as if it isn't. These are just the normal chicken coops. But here's the thing with these guys. If you have a predator that knows where your chickens are, and you have a mobile chicken coop, or even just this type of chicken coop where like you can stick a little tractor fork right through it, I don't know what it's called. I would show you. I might actually go check and see if I have it to show you guys what I'm talking about, which I indeed do not. But indeed, it does work like that. You can stick that under there and lift it up. I see it. You lift it up and you move it to a new location. With the chicken coop, you either hook it to the back of your trailer, or you hook it to the back of an ATV or a vehicle and you just ride with it. This right here is what I'm talking about. It should have another one of these. It's currently in for maintenance. It should have another prong right here, but it is in for maintenance right now. The tractors haven't been out in the field in a couple weeks because they are down for maintenance. They're pretty old also. They're like 40, 50 years old. They're older than a lot of you guys that are probably watching this video right now. These tractors are probably older than me. They're older than me, that's for sure. But it can help move these chicken coops. With a stationary chicken coop, it doesn't move the chickens. So if a predator comes over like a fox or something, it just knows when to keep coming back. Even if you build the most tough chicken coop, as soon as it finds an exploit in the chicken yard or anywhere, it's gonna get in here. Maybe not at night, because if I show you the interior, again, you can see there's whiteboard. Not whiteboard, I think it's just painted white plywood. Right in between that, there is foam. So it has multiple layers. The fox cannot get into this unless it sees this up here. We do not talk about that little cutout. That right there, my friends, is actually there for a good reason. The reason it's here is so we could stick an extension cord through here and power a waterer in the winter, until we realize you don't really need a waterer at night. But if it's going to be snowy and they're not going to go outside and we don't have paths shoveled yet, that'll be really useful. Now, with these chicken coops, this can only hold like 4 or 5 chickens in it, and it doesn't have any roosting bars because it's a duck coop. But these chicken coops are really basic, but they get the job done. It does come with added risks, but so does the other ones in this video. Every chicken coop has an added risk or two. So I'm going to be giving them a 7 out of 10. I don't necessarily think they're bad. I think they're just having some small issues with it that can easily be fixed. Either get another one, or just ignore those issues, or you don't even have those issues in the first place. Now let's move on to the mansion, is what I call this for my chickens. It's a mansion for them, that's for sure. This chicken coop is 8 feet this way and 15 feet that way. So it has more than enough floor space and air space for every single chicken on the roost bars. Let me show you. This is a really nice chicken coop, and the reason why the walls don't have foam in it yet, we never really got to that, but this siding material, the T111, very durable, very reliable. It's kept us here for 3 winters. Yes, 3 winters. So these should be good to go. In fact, I think they are good to go. So guys, check this out. This is a mansion for the chickies. All right, now if any of you guys are still out here, you're gonna have to find your way back in. You gotta notify me, bro. You gotta send me a text. I'm joking. Chickens cannot do that, but if they could, y'all gotta notify me that you're still out here, because I'm shutting the door now. You cannot go back in. So guys, this coop is really cool. It's still a tractor, still a chicken tractor. The only difference being that this trailer that we built it on is not from possibly half a century ago or more than that. This was from 2011. The tires don't support that, but this trailer is indeed from 2011. Have enough space inside, but this does not come without its downsides. My little 65 horsepower ATV can indeed, there it was firing on, can indeed not tow that. In fact, some of the smaller SUVs we have won't be able to tow this. It's pretty heavy. In fact, it is the most expensive option, and if we added electricity and finished the interior job and added a paint job to the exterior here, this coop would probably amount to half of 10 grand, which you're spending 5,000, 5 bands on a chicken coop, when you could probably find a less complete option for like 3/4 of that price. That's crazy to think about. So guys, this chicken coop comes with its downsides, it comes with its upsides, especially it's really good for bigger flocks. But then again, you have hoop coops, which I'm about to go review in just a minute for you guys. It's gonna be our last chicken coop of the day. But this chicken coop, the mega mansion, the $1 million mansion for chicky chicks, is indeed just like that. This one also comes with this cool fold downable thing here. Well, that's not a word. These videos are not scripted, only my video essays are. This, we don't need to fold this down right now because, well, there's these things that are hiding in between us. They're hiding in between here, so no big deal. It's not going to, because there's actually nesting boxes in there now that aren't these, but if we were to keep these nesting boxes, that would be where it's at. This thing is really expensive. With all the options, it would cost more. This coop was $2,900 to build. We built it back in 2021. So I'll give it a 7.3 out of 10 for today's purpose. By the way, guys, if you saw it short, that should be out by this point. I decided to name one of my white Easter eggers in this flock Raw Burger because of that comment on one of my shorts. So let's show you the hoop coop, the last coop of the day. And although it is one of 2 coops in this video that are not currently occupied by any residents, also known as chickens, it can indeed be occupied when it wants to be. So in here, we have this simple hoop coop design. This right here is going to be occupied hopefully right before Halloween. And the reason why I really love these coops is because, well, it's just like that. I do have to duck down in this coop. As you guys can see, I'm not the shortest person. The ceiling is about 5 foot, I think it's 64 inches, 65 inches. So I do indeed have to duck down like a lot in here. I think it's actually a little bit more than that. I think it's like 66 inches in here. So look at this floor, no floor. It's just really cool like that. This is good for moving baby chickens outside for the first time when you're about to introduce them to a bigger flock. But it's also really good for meat chickens. So we raise meat chickens here in the spring and hopefully again in the fall next year. When we're raising those meat chickens in here, this is a good place to give them some nice outdoor space. But if you know meat chickens, their legs are very fat. They're not going to be able to do a lot of walking around. So having an easily accessible bar for them to roost on, while also having a really easily accessible feeder, which isn't in right now, but when the baby chickens go outside, it will indeed be in there. It is really cool like that. Now this is just one of the possible designs that you could do with a hoop coop. If you guys want to see how this hoop coop is built, click the video on the screen. It's over a year old, but it's really good. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. I'll see you guys there.